A little bit of musical chairs at center again today, like just the shuffling in and out of guys. How was that kind of? I mean, it's great to have Mitch back in the walkthrough, an individual, but then you got Searles in there. He's got to step out, and you got another guy in there. I mean, just the shuffling. How are you guys just kind of plowing through it, trying to not make a big deal of it?
I mean, that's going to happen in games this year. Something's going to happen. Somebody's got to step in and fill a role. It's good that we get some changes like that in practice, so we can get used to it, adapt to it. In football, nothing's perfect. We know that, and like I said, anything could happen in any given game. So somebody's got to be ready to step up, and that's what we did today. And like I said, guys just got to fill roles.
How was it? How has it been having Mitch? At least taking snaps from him now. You're not just sitting in meetings trying to get on the same page. You're physically doing something now.
Yeah, no, getting the feel of how he is on the field. Even if it is just walkthrough, just seeing kind of like where he snaps it, where he prefers the hands, and just him being out there talking, communicating with the guys in every given play. So it's good for the whole team, the offense especially, that when he's out there and he's getting used to things and be able to see things from that perspective, and we're going to continue to work on that.
Was it Mitch that brought the guys up there to kind of give them what for after a couple of false starts? Who was yelling in there?
Mitch and Pat were up there. Just trying to get back on page and get everybody, pulling in the same direction.
Is it good when you have other guys that can step in, that it doesn't always have to be you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a team for a reason. We got guys in different positions that step up and, like I said, fill roles, and not one person can save anything. We want this to be a family-like atmosphere where somebody can step up, and it doesn't matter who it is, say something meaningful for the team if it's going to help us.
Josh, we heard Jim Kelly tell us yesterday there's been times that he sat down with you and Brian and Coach Dorsey and gone over film and just had conversations. Can you dive a little bit more into what those have been like and how frequent those have been?
I wouldn't say they've been frequent, but it's always good to get new ideas, especially from a guy like Jim, who's Hall of Famer, played at the highest level for a very long time. For myself, just kind of picking his brain and just kind of talking and seeing what he did, and seeing what he did on film, and then being able to actually ask him like what his thought process was on a certain concept, because you see it nowadays too. Like, football has not changed that much. They ran the same concept that we still run to this day. So in order to kind of like pick his brain has been really good for me. Obviously, he's been in there with Dorsey and Dave a couple times. So I don't think it's been much more than that. I don't know if everybody's been making it a big deal, but to have a guy like Jim around the building is special, because he means a lot to the city and a lot to this organization. So just thankful that he's fortunate enough to come over here and talk with us.
Has he tried to impress one particular message on you? If there's one message that he's tried to deliver to you, what is it, if there is one?
Embracing Buffalo, especially outside of football. That, and then he was a big he liked to take what the defense gave him, so he's been trying to preach that with me.
You mentioned Ken Dorsey, now that a couple weeks of OTAs. What's that relationship been like in cultivating that?
It's been awesome. Dorsey's a great quarterback coach. He did some really good things at Carolina, and thankful that we have him here. The type of relationship that we have where we can bounce ideas off of each other, and he's been back there. He's played the position. He's seen it from a quarterback's perspective. And I think when you have a guy like that in a room, you really respect him, and you really can understand what he's saying and what he's thinking, because he's gone through all that stuff, and there's no hesitation or doubt in his mind what he sees, that we can kind of relate it and try to match up our ideas together.
Is it important too because he knows what you're going through because he's been there and done it?
Yeah, absolutely. That experience is very big. That's why I think he's such a good coach. Being able to take what he learned from the game and apply it to his teachings and try to apply it to us.
Josh, as a young quarterback, you're obviously willing to reach out to any and everyone for help. How do you sort through all the different voices, whether it's Jordan Palmer, Brian Dable, Ken Dorsey, Jim Kelly, DA, and all these guys giving you all this information? How do you sort through it all and process it and maybe not be overwhelmed, or maybe it doesn't always all around?
Well, you have to have your own DNA. You have to know who you are. I think that's one of the most important things about being quarterback, knowing yourself and how certain things feel. If you're reading a concept a certain way and you just don't like it, being able to communicate with that with the offensive coordinator and the quarterback coach, and trying to switch something, or not just get rid of that concept in total. And that's where Dave's been really good and helpful with me. We spent a lot of time going over concepts that we like, concepts that we're just okay on, and concepts that we don't like, and getting rid of the concepts that we don't like, and moving on. Seeing some film and adapting our ideas and trying out new things in practice, and that's what OTAs are really for. Is trying new things and seeing what works and seeing what won't.